And welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we're reacting to Portland Timbers FC versus LA Galaxy MLS 2026 Week 5 Domingo Futbolero. Portland playing at home against the Galaxy. And we are on our way. We're going to have a fun one with this one. Galaxy garbage this year. Portland, I think Portland's better than the Galaxy. So we're going to find out over 90 minutes if Portland takes advantage of what we think they are. Oh, Portland has less points than the Galaxy. Draw, win. Portland won. Tough loss for NYCFC today against Miami. Yeah, Portland beat the Crew 3-2. Lost to the Rapids. Lost to the Whitecaps. Lost to Houston. I think on paper, Portland's still better than the Galaxy. So, even though the Galaxy has one more point. They played NYCFC, Charlotte, Rapids, SKC. But ever since they got the CONCACAF play. Either way, 2 goals to be proud of. Oh, God. Not again. This joke again? Ay. Well, I knew Arsenal lost. I didn't watch it, but I know they lost. Final 20 minutes were tough. Either way, start 11s are as follows. For Portland Timbers, in goal, James Panamis. The back 4, Brandon Bye, Finn Sermon, Kamal Miller, Forey. The midfield 3 of João Ortiz, David Da Costa, Diego Chara. And the front 3 of Anthony, Kevin Kelsey, and Christopher Velde. And for the LA Galaxy in goal, we have JT Marcinkowski. The back 4 of Mickey Yamane, Justin Haak, Amiro Garces, and Julian Aude. How are Tottenham this bad? Because they are. Midfield 3, Edwin Cerrillo, Marco Royce, Elijah Wander, and the front 3 of Gabriel Peck, João Klaus, and Eric Tommy. Wayne Frederick has more goals and assists than Velde now, goals and assists. Sunday. Yes. Spurs are horrendous. Yeah, they are. Do you think Xavi Simons regrets going to Tottenham instead of Chelsea? Yeah, but you know what? I'm glad he didn't because I think he's garbage. I think he's a hot-headed, egotistical jackass. I think it's good he went to Tottenham. Goofball. Was it with German league players always flopping in the Prem? They're not physical enough. I think they're not physical enough. I also don't think they're technical enough. I don't think they're specialized to either point to a certain situation. What do you mean? So I think it's just that they aren't built for the Prem on either way. I don't think they're built for it in either way. But, you know, they're not taking the good ones. That also matters. But why would you leave Bayern? And honestly, if you're leaving Dortmund, you're probably going to Bayern. So, or Real Madrid. if it ain't Bayern. If you ain't going to the Prem. What about Pulisic going to Chelsea that one time? Yeah, that's the exception to the rule. Bayern players ain't leaving the Bundesliga for the Prem. Dortmund players ain't leaving anywhere but Bayern. Everybody else I don't think's worth it. Well, the players I thought were worth it still flopped in the Prem. A.K.A. Florian Wirtz. Streets won't forget lockdown Pulisic. Streets won't forget lockdown Pulisic, but you're not wrong. Girassi will not do that. What, not go to Bayern? Well, you're lucky. Well, let's see what happens with Harry Kane. Let's see what happens when Harry Kane retires or goes back to Tottenham. One or the other. I'm sure he'll play one more year at Bayern. I could see him going back to Tottenham anyway. I'm just being real. Let's see what happens when Kane leaves Bayern, whether that be retirement or back to Tottenham, because I think he will go back one day. Let's see what happens. They're going to need a striker, and we're going to see what happens. I think he got at least a year left with Girassi. Oh my God, if that somehow happened. That's just the way of the Bundesliga. I'm not trying to be mean. It's just the way of the Bundesliga. It's always a possibility until it's not a possibility. But if you don't want that to happen, no. I mean, it's not really. Our strikers really aren't the problem. Scratch what I was about to say. I mean, Girassi and João Pedro sounds like a better striker team than Liam Delap and João Pedro. Honestly, but they're not. Chelsea aren't doing that. And Girassi, Madrid has Mbappe, so that's not happening either. And here we go, about to begin very soon in Portland. Portland needs a big win today. Luckily for them, the Galaxy suck. You wish. Oh, look, it's fraud Greg Vanny. I'm being real. I mean, I just said it probably ain't happening with Chelsea, so I would rather have João Pedro and Girassi as the top two strikers on the team. I would rather. Starting 11, Panamis for Portland in goal. The back four of Forey, Miller, Sermon, Bai. Midfield, 2, João Ortiz, Diego Chara, defensive midfield. It does look like a very beautiful day in Portland, yeah. Velde, Da Costa, Anthony, the attacking midfielders. And up top, Kevin Kelsey. Of course, the last game Portland played, they lost late while up a man. Lost to Houston. A big Toronto-style choke for sure. Start 11 for Galaxy, Marcinkowski in goal. The back four of Aude, Garces, Hawk, Yamanet. Cerrillo, Royce, Winder. Midfield 3. And the front 3, Tommy, Klaus, and Peck. Eric Tommy playing on the wing instead of Joseph Paintsel. Yeah, this one's going to be pretty. Because, of course, Joseph Paintsel's hurt. Player to watch, Kevin Kelsey for the Timbers. And for LA Galaxy is João Klaus, the player to watch. 4 goals in 4 matches this season for João Klaus. Thank you, Running Ruiz. I mean, they do, but no. Well, don't call the Pirate. Not Chelsea, at least. No. No. LA Galaxy wearing their purple. The Portland Timbers are wearing their away jerseys. Oh, my God. Away jerseys at home. I swear to God. No. I don't know why I care so much here, but wearing away jerseys at home, oh my God, I want to smack my head against a wall. I'm afraid so. Yeah, Chelsea does need a new manager. I don't disagree. I don't want it. I don't want it. As I've honestly probably made clear over time, I don't want it. Not now, not ever. Don't want it. Not now, not ever. Don't want it. Civic Stadium kit. I get that. I get that. And it is a Goose Hollow kit pretty much, yeah, but wearing away jerseys at home, even though it does make more sense. For what the jersey means, I'll give Portland that. It makes more sense to wear that at home than what Toronto did. Toronto's away kit don't mean shit to the city of Toronto. Or at least not obviously. Like, yeah, it's the winter kit. I mean, the home jersey really doesn't either, but, you know, it's just a white kit with, it's not a bad jersey, but Toronto didn't even honor their city or stadium with that jersey. It was just a white jersey with red stripes. Makes it a little bit worse. Makes it a little bit worse. I smell it in Selmy de Rayados. Botafogo fired on Selmy. When the hell did he go to Botafogo? Fired by Porto, goes to Botafogo, and now, yeah, he's probably going to Rayados. Cruz Azul fans are going to hate that man's guts if they don't already. They don't already. But at least, yeah, Portland's jersey at least respects the area where their stadium was built and respects the lore of the city and the stadium. So I guess the away kit isn't as bad for Portland to wear at home as Toronto wearing their away kit at home. But it's still something that's a pet peeve of mine. It's an away kit for a reason. It's an away kit for a reason. Pretty much. Honestly, I see and sell me to Toluca. Turco's already said it's his last season. Oh. When you got something going good, why would you leave? Like, still a good chance to go tricampeonato, win the CONCACAF Champions Cup. When you got something going well and you're one of the best teams in CONCACAF, why would you leave? I mean, Anselmi's not a bad manager, but why would you leave? Yeah. The Habs beat the Islanders so bad. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. The game's about to get going. When you have it, I don't know. When you have some amazing, why would you leave? I can't. Shit don't make sense to me. Turco isn't a long-term coach. Isn't it crazy he never won CONCACAF because he would leave teams after winning the league? And he coached Monterrey a good amount of times, so you would think, oh, Portland has a better win probability than LA. But, hey, this might be his chance. So at least he's going till the end of the season. At this point, I hope he gets it. And is Drew Fisher the center ref? Oh, God. Portland fans, well, hell, LA fans for that matter, be wary. Drew Fisher the center ref. Oh, my God. No. VAR referee Jurasevich. Yeah, the Habs are further ahead than the Islanders, yeah. And we're off. Here we go. 90 minutes of football on Sunday afternoon. Portland, LA Galaxy. Can Portland get the win they desperately need? We'll find out. America won the league 2014, then left. He won the league with Rados 2019, then left. The Club World covers Liverpool. He came as a new coach when they fired Diego Alonso after winning CONCACAF 2019. Yep. And that was a pretty good tournament, too. That Club World Cup was, streets won't forget. Monterrey arguably could have won. They didn't, but Monterrey, man, the fight they gave Liverpool was just absolutely amazing. Like, that game was just, I could never forget it. That game, no, we never covered it because, actually, if we did, I think it would have been RSR2 at the time because it's probably my earliest season finale from season 1. It was MLS Cup Final, and let's not forget, in 2019, the MLS Cup Final was in November. And at that point, season finale of season 1 was the MLS Cup Final. And then I wasn't doing videos again until Egg Bowl in late November, so. Well, technically, we will. You'll never get a full season finale that early ever again. Well, actually, I guess now that the seasons are flipping, I guess the first year, of course, with a season 8.5 next spring, it ends in July after the Gold Cup because we're going to flip the seasons before the start of the next MLS season and then the new calendar. So, no. After the season finale of season 8 of RSR, everything from January/late December, depending on how things go. Well, I mean, if State plays a bowl game before the season ends, then it would be January. Playing forward, Portland. So, everything after January, it'll be RSR 8.5 and Watch a Match 6.5. Then in July, we will end 8.5 and have a best of reel for that. And then when the next MLS season, the new calendar starts, it'll be RSR 9 and Watch a Match 7. So the next full season does not start till next August. Which, I mean, you could still say the .5 season's a full season, but it will not. Either way. Blocked away. Shot saved. Really low-key, really hope Kitchener-Waterloo gets a CPL expansion since I'm pretty well living around the area now, says Dillon. Okay. I mean, I don't think they're going to put a third team in the GTA, but... or at least in Ontario. Or a fourth team in Ontario because Panamas makes a save. Turco to Boca Juniors. I mean, that would actually be pretty good. Boca probably needs a guy like Turco. Either way. Fifth minute. Yeah, Kitchener is GTA, more or less. Yeah, it gets lumped in there. Playing forward. Portland. Turco's coached every team he's played for except Boca, Rados, America, Zacatepec, Independiente, and Huracan. Well, I guess he has to coach Boca then. Playing forward, header. Drops down, Portland loses it. Top of the box, Velde not there. So far, back and forth. 5 minutes in, LA Galaxy, Aude. Cross, header. Header down, shot blocked. Good block by Sermon. Headed forward by Portland. And it's back to the Galaxy. Cross in. And the Galaxy get the ball back. Portland's getting dispossessed way too easily. Playing forward, cleared away. Seventh minute. How we doing, Henry? How we doing? I'm doing good. Playing forward, cross, chipped over, headed away. LA heads it away. Justin Hawk. DaCosta close. So far, it's punch for punch. Very high-octane match so far. Playing forward. Chara across. Header! Whoa, over the bar. Too much of a bounce. And wide. Miami are no longer fraudulent. NYCFC redeemed themselves. No, Miami are still frauds. I don't care how good an MLS game goes for them. Nobody's leaving now. Turco's leaving at the end of the season. Turco's leaving Toluca at the end of the season, but nobody's leaving now. Oh, Phil's wearing a throwback Timbers hoodie. The World Baseball Classic was awesome. I agree. I don't know why he's leaving. I don't understand it, but sounds like what he always does. Looks like Anthony's getting a different jersey. Oh, he was bleeding, I guess. 10 minutes in, 0-0. Nil. 0-0. Al Ali got eliminated from Champions League. Oh. So no Al Ali at the Intercontinental Cup in December. So no Al Ali match is. Ay. That's sad. That's sad. I was proud of the Italian WBC team. Very proud. Even if it was all Jersey Italians and Vaughan, Ontario Italians. I was very proud, yes. It was awesome to watch. I mean, they lost to the champions, and they had it close most of the game. It was the only game they lost. You know what? I say that gives them third place. Will you be watching the Olympic hockey final? I did. That was 2 months. That was about a month ago at this point. I did. It was 2 months ago at this point. Or almost a month ago at this point. Holy shit. You think they were going to punish Miami? I got oceanfront property in Arizona to sell you. Paralympics? No. Because that was like a week ago. No. Playing forward, shot blocked away. Oh. Oh, that was the CAF Europa League. Shot goal! Portland! 1-0! Velde! Velde scores! Velde scores! Oh, there they are. Velde scores 1-0. Mamelodi Sundowns, FAR Rabat, RSB Berkane, SES Tunis. Okay. Plays it forward, and Velde's right there, and perfect shot. Perfect shot to the far post for Velde. Boom. Who was talking shit? Christopher Velde scores 1-0, 1-0, 13th minute. There you go. One 0. Gets the ball played to him into the far post. Easy as you like. One 0 Portland. 1-0. Sun sounds real quiet now. Yep. Respect Velde. Velde and Shallowy are going to be the real MVP finalists. Messi will just automatically get the trophy handed to him, but I'll tell you this right now. Christopher Velde and Daniel Shallowy are going to be the people who really deserve the MLS MVP at the end of the year. I'm telling you that right now. Messi's going to, of course, get it handed to himself. Dude, he only played, what, half the games last year, and he still won the MVP? Yeah. Something like that. Anthony assisted Velde. 16th minute, over the top, still punch for punch. Don't know why you'd want the game to be that way. No. Not really, I don't. I don't. Not really, I could care less. I mean, Starships was a good song, but other than that. Okay, maybe some early, like 2011, 2012, like Starships. Damn it, what's the other? Yeah, Starships. That's about it. Playing forward. Shallowy sure is hungry. That was funny. Player down hurt, yellow card. Free kick for the Galaxy. Kamal Miller will get the yellow. 17th minute. He's been damn impressive. I agree. As they should. That's interesting. That's interesting. Same with Cifuentes. I agree. Like, I think Toronto's got a solid team. I just don't think the manager is a good manager. But we got players. I mean, we got players. But I kind of said that the whole time. But then again, I kind of said that the whole time going into the season. I like our roster. And then they still made even more signings from that point. Are they going to VAR? Are they going to VAR? Could this be a red card for Portland? Oh, no. Oh, no. Drew Fisher about to Drew Fisher. Oh, no. Let's see. Sears foul play. Miller on Klaus. I don't. Oh, did he stomp? Oh, he stomped on his Achilles. Oh. Oh. Oh, no, yeah, that's a red. Yeah, that's a red. Red card. Kamal Miller. He's off. It was in the middle of the field. It's not a penalty, but he's sent off. Stomped on João Klaus's Achilles, and you're gone. Red card given to Kamal Miller. Kamal Miller is off. Harsh? I don't think so. I don't think so. You going to stomp on somebody's Achilles, somebody's back of their ankle? No, I don't think that's a harsh red card. I'm sorry, I can't really, I can't say. No, it was in midfield. It was at the center circle. It wasn't in the box. No penalty. It was at the center circle. That's the positive news. The foul was in the center circle. That's the positive news. 50-50 game, and Portland just went down a man. Oh, Lord. I may really be a jinx. It would be funny if Vanny lost down a man, though. Free kick for Portland, it looks like. 21st minute. Yep, Portland free kick. Kamal Miller, too. I don't think that was a soft card. I mean, you don't stomp on somebody's Achilles. You just don't do that. Playing forward, cleared away. No, I can understand why that's a red card. Can't stomp on somebody's Achilles. Free kick for Portland. Yes, Drew Fisher's Drew Fisher, and I don't think he's a good ref, but you can't stomp on somebody's Achilles. One, that game's in 3 weeks. Second of all, so even if they won this game, their momentum would still be dead by the time they play Toluca, and I still think they'd have an MLS game in between. Second of all, they're now up a man. That don't mean shit. If they come back and win, maybe that shows they have a little bit of resolve. But that also shows to get their second win of the whole season, they had to be up a man against a team who on paper finally had their best 11 mostly playing, all things considered. And Drew Fisher is talking to Aude. Could this be a head check, concussion check? So, again, if they were to win this game, this one's probably the one you'd rather want them to win. They're not playing for 3 weeks. AKA the international breaks don't get played through for MLS anymore. So, is Galaxy that bad? Yeah. Yeah, they're that bad. And Bonatig is coming on for Portland. Back in the 18, and he's coming on for Kevin Kelsey. They're taking off a striker. Well, it makes sense. Striker for a defender. Alex Bontig in for Kevin Kelsey. Understandable. 24th minute. And it looks like Aude is going to be off for a short period of time. So it's back to 10v10. Galaxy's going to... No, they're not. Galaxy will not beat Toluca. It's not happening. Valdez going to play as a false now. Yeah, that's the good point. "25th minute." By their name, because they're so bad now. "25th minute. Nashville, Tigres, and Seattle beats them in that side of the bracket. They're ranked number 1 in sports betting to win the whole tournament. So whoever's betting for them are idiots. Like, at least if Club America, you were betting on them because of their name, I could still see them going to the final. With Miami out, I think it's Nashville over America, but I could see America frauding their way to a final that they don't deserve to be in because Miami went and choked. And I don't know how good Tigres is. And honestly, Tigres is the same. Here's a chance. Klaus blocked! Covered by Panamis. That's even more. Betting on the Galaxy because their name is even more idiotic. At least I can understand why you bet on America for their name. I can sort of see a reality where they... I could see a reality where they beat Nashville, and then I could see a reality where they beat Seattle or Tigres to go to the final, and then play LAFC or Cruz Azul or Toluca. Do I think they beat Toluca? No, because Toluca seems to have their number. But I could at least see a reality where they're playing in the final. Galaxy, I can't. Galaxy, I cannot picture it. It can happen, but I can't picture it. I could see, like, if you were betting on name, I could see why you would Tigres and America. Especially America. I could see it. I could see America in the final. Now that Miami's gone, I could see it. Wouldn't shock me one bit if it did end up happening. And Nashville lost to America, and then America beat Seattle or Tigres. I could see it. Winning the final is a different story, but I cannot see Galaxy in the final of the Champions Cup at all. I can't. America beating Nashville really wouldn't be an upset. Not to the level of Toluca losing to the Galaxy. LAFC beating Cruz Azul, that's not an upset at all. Cruz Azul beating LAFC is not an upset at all. Seattle beating Tigres is not really an upset, and Tigres beating Seattle is not really an upset. I think we got two 50-50 ties in the quarters, and we got one where Nashville is a slight favorite and Toluca is the big favorite. So we got three pretty close ties in CONCACAF next round, and one that's obvious in my book. Now, of course, the obvious ones might end up being the one where there's the upset. I mean, look at Miami, Nashville. But either way, I think we got three very close ties, two 50-50 and one probably 60-40, 65-35, and then one that's like 80-20 Toluca, 85-15 Toluca, you know? Something like that. Like, I know there's Liga MX players who won't play in the semifinals or the final due to the camp, but World Cup preparation camp, and also I guess the Liga, but I still think Toluca right now, because Miami went and shit themselves and choked, Toluca are the favorites to win the CONCACAF Champions Cup, and I had them in the final anyway before this even started. Saved? No. Like, why would you? Why would you? Shot, goal for the Galaxy. It's 1-1. Marco Reus ties the game. You saw that coming. Even before the red card, you saw that coming. Or was it João Klaus? It was João Klaus. No. João Klaus scored. Let's see. Reus was celebrating harder, but João Klaus scored. Former St. Louis man, João Klaus. Panamis gives it away. And it goes back to the Galaxy. Reus plays it to Klaus, and Klaus takes the shot, and boom. Ends up with Reus. He backheels it to Klaus, and Klaus just takes the shot, and 1-1. Reus with the assist. João Klaus with the goal. It's 1-1. '30th minute, 31st minute, 1-1. Nice assist. I'll agree. Horrible giveaway though. Idiot giveaway though. Idiotic giveaway, but yeah, good assist by Reus. Still very talented, or still has some quality in him, doesn't he? Playing forward. Shot saved. Corner for Reus. And Panamis to clear it away. playing forward. Ha ha ha. I mean, talking smack about one could sound like talking smack about the other if you really think about it. Either way, maybe it is both. And Chara brought down. Free kick. Should be a free kick for Portland. Either way, yep, it is. 34th minute. Header saved. .35th minute. Galaxy tied the game minutes ago. João Klaus with his 5th MLS goal. And if you add CONCACAF, more than that. 35th minute. João Klaus scores goals. What did I tell you? Header cleared away, out for a corner. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Corner. 1-1 tie. Uno. 37th minute, ball crossed in, punched away. What are you doing? Portland's definitely lost control of this game. Not exactly since the red card. Certainly since the tying goal. Cross in, header, out for another corner. Gabriel Peck to take the corner. Cross in, punched away. Hilarious to see Montreal lost while up a man. .38th minute. Playing forward. Portland loses the ball. Good steal. Even after an Owusu brace, damn. Well, at least Toronto's still ahead of Montreal. But playing forward. And player down, free kick. Ooh. All right. Free kick for Galaxy. Marco Royce takes it. Header. Shot. Wide. Portland's really trying to survive here. Not much else more to say. Velde has a .009 XG. Klaus has a 0.52. Oh, Portland plays Vancouver again after the international break. Oh, no. That sucks. Oh, Minnesota Sounders drew 0-0. How does that even... They just played them. That's got to suck. You play a team twice early in the year, and that's it. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's good to get out of the way. Schedule's brutal. I know. That's just... Vancouver twice in the first 6 games. Jesus Christ. Brutal the first 14 games. And this one was supposed to be one of the easy ones. And then they made it hard on themselves. Maybe they do suck. Because, I mean, I've talked to some Portland fans who are really negative on the team and acting like they are Toronto, like they're as bad as Toronto. I disagree, but losing to Houston the way they did and then making this game pretty damn hard on themselves, you know what? I don't know if I can fight that anymore. Rory's not. He's positive normally. But there are some doomers out there that I've talked to. Like, nah, Portland's not that bad. Playing forward. Here comes the Timbers. Anthony blocked away. That's going to be cleared out for goal kick. But, I mean, it doesn't help that you have a brutal schedule for the first 14 games of the season. It doesn't help. Doesn't help. 43rd minute. But either way, 44th minute. Portland could keep this tied. That'd be a really good half. I'm not gonna lie. They gotta regroup. Portland's gotta regroup at this point, I think, or use the half to regroup, because I'm not saying they don't have it, but throw in for Portland. I'm not saying they don't have it, but they need to keep this half tied. If they allow a goal before the half ends, they're in trouble. I think the way they have a chance to hold on to the draw / make a comeback is reconvene at the half, realign at the half. Free kick for Galaxy. Get this to the half tied and then use that to realign and recenter and refocus. Because right now, they look like chickens running around with their heads cut off. And it's somehow worked for the most part. They need the halftime break. They really do. Portland really needs the halftime break. The Galaxy, I guess so, but in a different way. I think Galaxy has much more momentum that halftime's not going to be as good for them. Like Portland has to make a push out of halftime. They have to at least keep the draw. Seven minutes of stoppage time. .46 minute. Headed away. Throw in for the Galaxy. Portland has to survive for 6 more minutes to get to halftime with a draw. I understand why it's 7 minutes of stoppage time, but that kind of sucks. Mm. 46 minute. .47th minute. Aude. Shot! Blocked away. I'm surprised that didn't go in. Portland. Anthony. Breaking down the wing. Velde. Fouled and no free kick. I'm surprised. 48th minute. Playing forward. Good run. Anthony still has the ball. 49th minute of 52. Well, getting to it. Chara. 1-1 draw at the half, or so far. 1-1. Of course, there's still time for other teams to score, or either team to score. Free kick for Timbers. Okay. Yeah, they kind of deserve that one. Kind of got screwed, I won't lie. On that Velde got brought down moment. Over the top. Or 50th minute. 2 minutes to go before halftime. Portland's getting closer and closer to drawing this match, or drawing at least at the half, and using it to re-center. Playing forward over the top, headed back to Marcinkowski. Yep. But 51st minute. Velde has the potential to be an Espinoza type of MVP candidate. Yeah, I agree with that. Velde's good. Needs a little bit more. Still think he should have had a free kick, or at least drew one a couple of minutes ago. Final seconds of the half. Cross in by Tommy. Portland gets back on it. Just clear the damn ball out. Just clear it. That's all you really should do. 58, 59, 2 minutes. Let's see if the ref calls for time. And he does. Halftime. Portland survives the half 1-1 draw. They need to use the half to recenter, because all the momentum was going to the Galaxy at this point. Portland needs to use this half to recenter and make adjustments. If Galaxy, I think Portland survived the onslaught for the most part. They're not losing. Yeah, they gave up a goal for the game to be tied, but at least they're not losing down a man. So, was this crap? Galaxy sucks. Can't even beat 10 men. Well, I mean, there's still 45 minutes to go, but see what Portland does. With that being said, we'll take a short break at half, talk about the stats, get this one going. I mean, going forward, yes, it was. Like, when it was 11v11, it was punch for punch. But the Galaxy had the momentum, and they got forward a lot. And they got close to having a lot of chances. Like, they got into the final third with impunity. They only scored once, but either way. So, I mean, yeah, it was. Like, I'm going to stick with, yeah, Galaxy had an onslaught of forward play. They just couldn't put the ball away. With that being said, we'll take a short break at the halftime with the stats, get this one going, sit tight, be back. 1-1. We'll see what happens in the second half. Portland needs to adjust, and we'll see. Sit tight, be back. 1-1, uno. We're back. Fox Sports put it as Minnesota versus Galaxy. With that being said, we got stats of the half. We are back. 9 minutes to the second half. 40% possession to 60% possession. 3 shots to 9. 1 shot on goal to 5. 201 accurate passes, 88% pass accuracy. 316 accurate passes to 94% pass accuracy. 5 fouls to 5. 0 corners to 5. 3 shots to 9. 1 shot on goal to 5. 228 passes to 337. 88% pass accuracy to 94. 3 throws to 4. 0 offside to 2. 0 yellow cards to 0. 1 red card to 0. 1-1 at the half. The first minutes before the penalty, or the red card, the first 20 minutes, it was punch for punch. It was punch for punch. Portland got the first goal. Velde with a beautiful goal. Ever since the red card, Galaxy have controlled the momentum of the game for the most part. Galaxy got their goal and tied it up. João Klaus with a beautiful goal off the assist from Royce. But overall, the Galaxy have controlled the momentum. They've gotten forward with impunity. Portland's defended pretty well, and Panamas has made some big saves. But other than that, 7-4 on Apple TV. Okay. I'm going by Font Mob, but either way. I think Portland, they needed to get to the half tied at the least. Probably should have said that when the red card happened. But, I mean, I think the whole time I was like, hey, Portland should get to the half tied at least, and then reevaluate, realign, and make adjustments. And they did. And I think overall, Portland are let's see what happens in the second half. I think Portland can build from this, but at least they got to the second half with a tie. Velde masterclass. Well, he's not the problem, isn't he? It's not his fault. Toronto won on match day 5. Let's see what Portland does. Second half, here we go. Oh no, it's just highlights. Velde playing solid. Yeah, it's not his fault they're drawing. And he's had some really good moments even with being down a man. He's gotten forward with Anthony, and I ain't blaming Velde for nothing. I'm blaming Kamal Miller for being an idiot. Like, who thought stomping on somebody's Achilles would be a good idea? One at the half, and we'll see what happens over the second. Thank you for 2+ years. Thank you for every moment of our shared support for sports. Appreciate the time as always. 2+ years of you being a member, but way more than that. in general, but no problem. But yeah, I could thank you for the 2+ years of being a member. I could thank you for that, but I deserve to thank you for the 8 years of this channel, which you've been here every step of the way. Come on, you've been here every step of the way. But it's been fun. It's been fun. It's been crazy at times. It's been a journey, to say the least. It's been a journey. But I think as long as I make everybody smile, I'm happy. And of course, give good analysis. But as long as everybody smiles, I'm happy. You know, and this has been a journey, and it's had its ups and it's had its downs. More ups than downs, but, you know, not everything's always perfect. But I think we're definitely slow and steady wins the race, yeah. And I think we're on an upward trajectory. Maybe slow. Maybe slower than I'd like, but I think one day the world will smile on me. So, just got to keep pushing, right? Just got to keep going. Can't give up now, eh? Maybe that's just more privilege for me, because I mean, there have been people even on the what's the word? Creator content side that have quit, like Danny T, and that's sad. I understand why he did it, and I wish him all the best. Of course, Bench Kings had their moments and all that, but either way, you know, I mean, I don't take anything for granted. Stop. Jesus Christ. We had a really good moment there, and you had to bring the stupid Tackett meme up. Come on now. And we're off. That was heartfelt. You had to ruin it. Portland playing forward. They got to make a push early on here in the second half. Try to retain some control. I swear, man. Like, that was a really heartfelt moment, and you had to ruin it with a freaking Tackett joke. Come on now. 46 minute. But then again, as we found out, I mean, somebody saw an MLS ad on my streams before one of my streams started. So I think this channel overall is starting to become undeniable. Overall. I mean, it kind of doesn't help your case when the mothership gets rid of the last couple of people who aren't AI, like Matt Dole, making content. So MLS basically going full AI has kind of made this channel undeniable. And I mean, because I am Absolutely. Because I am entertaining. Because I know my shit. And my nose is to the grindstone, right? This channel's undeniable. You can say what you want, but I feel good things coming. That's all that matters. I feel good things coming. I do. Portland on the ball. And whatever good things do come over the next however long, I deserve them. I deserve the good that's coming. Corner. Whatever that may be, whenever the day comes where it finally just, the glass ceiling gets completely and utterly broken, I deserve that day. And I can, weirdly enough, 49th minute. Maybe it's delusional. I don't know. Maybe it's delusional, but I can feel the glass ceiling break is coming. If it's before the World Cup, great. If it's during the World Cup, that would make a whole lot of sense. Header, wide. That'll be a goal kick for the Galaxy. But whenever my day comes for good to happen, I deserve it. And I'm not going to make no bones about it. I deserve it. .49th minute. I just hope the light at the end of the tunnel that I see is actually light at the end of the tunnel and not an oncoming train. But other than that, you know, who knows? Throw in for Forey. Header by Portland. Cleared away by the Galaxy. Portland have gotten a little bit better at holding possession in this half. It's out for a goal kick. They've gotten a little bit better. It seems more Portland. It seems the game's bending more towards Portland right now. They really need to take advantage of that. Good hustle by DaCosta. Still rolled out, but yeah. Portland's got to find some here in the next 10, 15 minutes. Because at some point, he's not a forward. That Bontig is a forward. He's not a forward. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Alex Bontig is a forward. T-shirts. Reminds me of Robertson on the Peterborough Pete's. That was a funny time. No, no, we're not. No. Yeah, I know he's a defender. That's the joke. Season pass had him as a forward on their 11s list at the half. That's the thing. That was the joke. So I guess, well, no, I think it was because Robertson was a forward. Sure, it's happened because Dangle called him a defender. So that's just weird. I guess because he came on for Kevin Kelsey, maybe. That's probably why. 53rd minute. So he came in for a forward, but he's playing defense. Either way. 53rd minute. We'll review this game once it's over, and then I'll see you on Wednesday. After that, I'll see you on Wednesday. Yeah, that makes sense. But it's season pass for you. 1-1, 1-1. Empate. Ocho minutos. Segundo tiempo. 8 minutos. En la segundo tiempo, 1-1. Free kick. Tiro libre, Portland. Free kick for Portland. Velde. Plays it over the top. Punched away. Nope, called by Marcinkowski. One. 1-1. Galaxy. Peck. One. Blocked away. Oh, covered. Goal kick, Portland. Panamis kicks it high. And, not good enough. But Portland will get it back. Free kick. Portland. Defensive zone. And Ovechkin's hit 1,000 goals. Regular season and playoffs. For the Capitals. Playing forward. Playing forward. Yep. Playing forward. 56th minute. Si habla español. Bueno. Translation. Nada mis fuerza. Punto. Translation. Nada mi fuerza. Punto. Playing forward. Playing forward. Oh. Galaxy. Oh! Free kick for Portland. That makes no sense. Okay. It's not fast translation. Oh, cleared away. Mi translation. Nada. Rápido. Para la bilingual transmisión. We'll go with it. 59th minute. That's out for a corner for... No, it's a goal kick for Portland. Okay. I honestly want it to be Panamas at this point. Crepeau's not doing too well with Orlando, and Dane St. Clair looks like garbage. Like he already did for the national team, but he looks more like national team Dane with Miami, so that doesn't really give me any hope. At this point, I'd rather Panamas at this point. I know it won't happen, but, 59th minute. Free yellow card for Portland. Aude, or was it on Aude? St. Clair conceded 2 against NYCFC. Yeah. Looks like Aude got the yellow card. Or not. I'm confused. No, it was Brandon Bye who got the yellow. Brandon Bye got the yellow. It was like 5 people around the play. And then Galaxy looked pissed, so I'm either way. 61st minute. Ooh. '61st minute. Headed on. Game's gotten a bit more even since the half. Shot wide by Eric Tommy. That'll be a goal kick. Game's gotten a bit more even by the half or since the half. So Portland have definitely since the half made adjustments and calmed this game down. So I think, well, I mean, Galaxy could still score, but Yamanen, Tommy off for Cuevas and Miller. I think the Galaxy are missing their chance to flip this game. Galaxy going forward. 63rd minute. th minute. Portland. th minute, we're getting there. 50-50 once again to a certain extent, but shot. Nope. Klaus, top of the box, blocked away. There was 3 guys blocking that ball away. Are you excited for the MLB season? Yeah, I am. I mean, there's a story, like, you have to be good throughout the season to get to the World Series. Like, it's not just like the Blue Jays got a ticket there because they made it. No, they got to make it back. So the story is revenge tour, redemption tour, whatever you want to call it. So, no, I'm very interested to see how the Blue Jays do and how dominant they are. If this roster is as good as I think it is, and if their rematch comes to pass, or the fact they get back to the World Series rematch or not. No penalty, all ball. So I'm ready to see it all play out. Now, of course, I have high expectations for the Blue Jays, unlike last year, but the whole season last year was entertaining. The run that they had, well, okay, I don't know about the whole season, but from it's still 1-1, yes. For the Blue Jays from mid-May, no, not mid-May, most of June to the end of October, up until World Series Game 7, really, it was entertaining. So we'll see. But the whole season's the story. So, yes, Daniel, I'm very excited to watch the Blue Jays start their season. And it's going to be different without Buck Martinez on Sportsnet, but we'll see how it goes. Dan Schulman's still there at least. 66th minute. But I'm very interested to see how the season goes. They have to earn their way back, so let's see them do it. I think they can, and I think they will. Let's see them do it. It'll be weird without Buck for sure. Yep. But at least he's going into the Hall of Excellence, the Blue Jays Hall of Excellence, because they've changed it, of course. Can't wait for that. Honestly, I'm going to find a way to watch the whole thing that day, I think. Watch the ceremony and the pregame show, because I'm sure they'll put it on Sportsnet. And I'm going to cry because I always was a big fan of Buck Martinez. I'll always love listening to his commentary and saved. But dude did everything for the Blue Jays. Everything. Player, manager, announcer. Like he is the Toronto Blue Jays. Can I watch your machine? No, because then I get a copyright strike. 68th minute. It's a television. Either way. La máquina del partido en vivo es la televisión. Aravena and Smith coming on for Portland. For Velde and... Oh, that was a choice. But, I mean, Buck Martinez is the Toronto Blue Jays. Like, you really want to go there. Like, Buck Martinez is the Toronto Blue Jays. It's that simple. Player, manager, announcer, like he represents what the Toronto Blue Jays are. And I hope he's an ambassador for as long as he's still around. When he wants to be, of course. But I don't think... I think he's still going to be kind of like Vince Scully was for the Dodgers, you know? Vince Scully, for the years that he was still around before Vince Scully died, he was still an ambassador for the Dodgers. I think Buck, when it comes to pass, or push comes to shove, he's going to be around. Of course, for his Hall of Excellence ceremony, but also World Series first pitch. I'm sure they'd want him part of the celebration when they do win the World Series. The players themselves. Would Buck be at the parade? I think if they asked him, he would do it. If it came to pass. I think he's going to be a proud Blue Jays ambassador until he goes. And hopefully that's another decade from now or more. Now, of course, he's gone through cancer a couple of times, and that's probably why he retired. Shot wide, but I hope he has another decade plus to be an ambassador for the Blue Jays. Because I think he knows just as much as we do that he is the Toronto Blue Jays. He is the personification of what the Blue Jays are. And it's going to hurt not hearing from him all the time, but it's going to be worse when we can't hear from him. Because I think there's going to be a good portion of time where we still could hear from him from time to time. That's the good part. And I think that's the part we need to take solace in. Dude, I'm trying to. I'm tearing up a little bit. 1-1. But yeah, what Vince Scully was to the Dodgers and what Mike Shannon was to the St. Louis Cardinals, Buck Martinez is that to the Toronto Blue Jays. TLDR was giving Buck Martinez props because Blue Jays announcer retired at the end of last season and is going to be honored on the Hall of Excellence in August. But So basically, just saying. Either way. If you ain't a Dodgers fan and you ain't a Cardinals fan or a Blue Jays fan, you have to be a fan of a certain organization to get how Blue Jays fans feel about, or just a Blue Jays fan in general, to get how Blue Jays fans feel about Buck Martinez. You have to be a Dodgers fan to get it because Vin Scully. You have to be a Cardinals fan to get it because Mike Shannon. There are only certain clubs who have announcers like Buck Martinez that are that team, that are a personification of that team until the day they die. And Vin Scully was just an announcer for the Dodgers, but Mike Shannon played for the Cardinals. He announced the Cardinals. Buck played for the Cardinals. Or Blue Jays. He didn't play for the Cardinals. Both catchers, though. Buck played for the Blue Jays. He announced the Blue Jays. He managed the Blue Jays. Nascimento on for Winder, 73rd minute. So, funnily enough, Mike Shannon and Buck Martinez were both catchers. I think, hold on. There you got me. I think, yeah, Mike Shannon was the catcher, yeah. Either one. Why do the referees give Miami every call? Because MLS probably tells them to do it. But, I mean, also being a Cardinals fan second, I mean, I have my memories of listening to KMOX as well with Mike Shannon calling Cardinals games on the radio. So it's not like, I mean, I know both. Like, I understand both. And Mike Shannon had a pretty obvious voice of his own. Not as one and only as Buck, but like if you heard Mike Shannon, you'd know that voice. Third baseman in right field. Okay, my bad. Yeah, Mike Shannon was the third baseman. I guess I got him confused with like Ted Simmons or whatever. Third base in right field. Yeah, Simmons. Yeah, Ted Simmons might. Yeah, either way, my bad. I was like, hold on, am I wrong? Yeah, I got confused. 75th minute. Oh. Here comes Portland. Cross in. Saved by Marcinkowski off the feet. That's a corner. So, point is, Cardinals fans get it. Cardinals fans get how Jays fans feel about Buck Martinez. And Dodgers fans get it. Other than that, 75th minute. I don't think any other fan base gets it. Ball crossed in. Maybe Giants fans with John Miller. Maybe. But, Panamis kicks it away. Maybe. No. Maybe White Sox fans with Hawk Harrelson. Maybe they get it too. But other than that, Harry Carey. No. Harry Carey is different. Like, Harry Carey was a Cardinals announcer and then was a Cubs announcer. Harry Carey was loved by all. You know? Like, I mean, yeah, Vin Scully was loved by all, but really he was a Dodgers guy. Buck, loved by all Canadians, but Canada at this point is just a Blue Jays country. So, you know, yeah. Then, of course, we have to give props to Roger Brulotte. Rest in peace to that legend. Montreal Expos announcer and Blue Jays French language announcer as well. Legendary announcer Roger Brulotte passed away a couple of days ago. Bonsoir. This game's so frustrating to watch. And why do you think I'm going on a tangent about legendary baseball announcers based off Buck Martinez? Why do you think I am? Portland's holding on. That's a good thing. But at this point, I'm still going to review this game. Either way, it's 50-50 at this point. I think the Galaxy missed their chance to tie it up. But either way. So. (1-1) Portland, LA. But yeah, legendary Expos announcer Roger Bellot passed away a few days ago. That was sad to see. And also, I guess technically a Blue Jays announcer now. Or at least until he passed. Because he called Jays games in French after the Expos left. So, yeah, I guess both. I guess both. Playing forward. Royce. Cross. Shot save! Klaus plays it right to Panamis, 78th minute. 12 minutes to go plus stoppage time. But speaking of I don't know. I have no idea. Probably just kiss my ass goodbye and get ready to get pulled up into the sky. Klaus should have made that. Well, I mean, as I've said, especially during the World Series, I mean, when I was growing up, I mean, my first love of sport was baseball. Like, I've always been passionate about baseball. Like, I love football and I love hockey, but I think I got into baseball first of them all. You know, there's always going to be, and the era that I got into baseball was probably the best era. Like, it was just the end of the steroid era, pre-Mitchell Report, Albert Pujols, Scott Rowland, Roy Halladay. There's always Vernon Wells, Carlos Delgado, Carlos Beltran, for better or for worse. There's always going to be. Baseball was the first sport I loved, even if it's not my number one sport anymore. Baseball was the first sport I loved. And when it gets to the forefront, you could tell. Like, if you watched the World Series or my Blue Jays coverage, I think you could tell how I felt about baseball. Or how I feel about baseball. I think the Blue Jays making the run they did shows that it's always going to be there. And like, football and hockey may be more fun to me nowadays, and they may be my 1A, 1B sports, but baseball is always going to be what I loved first. And you can tell that whenever it comes to the forefront, I think. And I think that's what those playoff streams showed. And yeah, the Blue Jays were in the playoffs, so of course those streams were done. And Portland and they slipped. Offside. It was offside anyway. So I think that just shows that I love hockey and football. But Even if it ain't what you love now, you never forget what you loved first. And that goes for anything, really. But either way, that goes for anything, really. But either way, Galaxy's defending well. Into several Blue Jays games over the years. Yep. I did go to the Cardinals Blue Jays games in 2017, that doubleheader. The Thursday night doubleheader in 17, and then I went to the second game of 2 in 2022. Front row. I was on camera once, at least on the Bally Sports in 2022 game, but helped I was in front of the on deck circle. Either way. But yeah, so the Jays lost all 3 of those. I am a jinx. Free kick over the top, 83rd minute. Header cleared away. Chipped over the top to the other side of the box. Switch to play. Header. '83rd minute. Shot blocked. Cleared away. Still with Portland. Shot over the bar. So, I mean, I've been never at the Sky Dome, of course. Still got to go to the Sky Dome. Still got to go to the Sky Dome, but 2006. World Cup 2006. Good try. 84th minute. Mora's coming on from Portland. '84th minute out of 90. Oh. '75th minute. How are we looking on this game? 1-1, 5 minutes to go before stoppage time. Portland. Second half's been a lot more even though Portland are down a man. First half, LA had about 30 minutes of pushing the ball forward and having a impunity of chances. They only could score 1 goal. I think LA's missed their chance to win this game. Honestly. I mean, they could still score. But heard World Cup matches in Mexico are cheap, mostly after the cartel fiasco. Klaus. Cleared away, 86th minute. 1-1. That's where we're going. How old were you when Italy won the 2006 World Cup? 6. I was 6. I was 6. Dude, I'm 26. Do the math. It's 20 years ago. 20 minus 26 is 6. I know I suck at math, but I can do that. I can subtract 26 from 6 or 26 from 20 and get 6. I know how to do that. I may suck at math, but I can do that. 87th minute. Header. Marcinkowski gets it. Did I see it live? Yep. live on TV in my own house. Yeah, I watched it live. How we doing? Good, Mile High. Good. '87th minute. '88th minute. Getting closer and closer to 90 minutes. Then however many minutes of stoppage time we have. Free kick for Portland. Most missed. I missed most of the 2010 World Cup. Shot saved. I still think the 2010 World Cup was probably the worst of all the World Cups I've seen. I think it's worst is 2010, then 2006, then 14, then 18, then 22. We'll see how 20. I think 22 was the best World Cup I've. 2002 probably wouldn't have been bad, but I wasn't paying attention. At least with the chaos. You know, I mean. Yeah, Garber might be leaving before the end of his contract, and honestly, I'm glad. 89th minute. '14 World Cup was vibes, but I still think 2018's World Cup was better. And 2022's World Cup was the best one I've seen. I'm kind of worried that 2026 is going to suck because most World Cups in my lifetime have gotten better than the last one, save for 2010. Save for 2010. 2006 was better than 2010. But 14 was amazing, then 18 was better, and then 22 was even better. 3 minutes of stoppage time. I think 2026 might suck. There's no hype for it. Like, I hope it's good, because that's better for me. But the lack of hype kind of scares me. 3 minutes of stoppage time, 1-1 draw so far. Fair enough. Not bad. 91st minute. Two minutes to go. 1-1. Uno. Cuevas out for a corner. Cross in. Header. Clear the ball out. Shot over the bar. Corner. Halfway through stoppage time. 140, 91-40. Could have been worse for Portland. Thoughts on Arsenal bottling the EFL Cup? I mean, I didn't think they were the favorite to win it. Pep's like Mr. Carabao Cup. Sucks for Arsenal considering they're going to play City again and they've already lost to City. But I think they'd rather have the Prem game, but I don't know if that's going to happen now. I think they gave City the edge on mentality going into the run-in. Bad idea. I think that's the worst part of it, honestly. 92-30. The worst part of it for Arsenal is they gave City the mental momentum going into the run-in. And the fact they're going to play each other. I think they're playing each other again before the end of the season in the Prem. I don't know. I think Arsenal might have made... That was the worst part of it. It's not like it was that strong of a City team. I mean, it was arguably rotated to a good amount. Either way. 93rd minute. Last kick of the game possible. Ball crossed in. Portland brought down. Cleared away. Full time. Full time. Full time is 1-1. Uno, esta noche. With that being said, well-earned point. I'll agree with that. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. GG's. At least no Tobias time, as you say. That's a Toronto thing. That's a Toronto thing. With that being said, that's our thing. That's, well, Toronto's thing. With that being said, Arsenal play City for possible the league title. City deserved the cup. I'll agree with that with the way they played, yeah. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Hit that hype button to get this up in the algorithm. Hit that join button to become a member. Send some chats on live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you within the hour for the review of this match. Yes, I'm still reviewing it, even though it was kind of boring. It's not that late. And then I'll see you on Wednesday. We'll be off Monday and Tuesday. I'll see you Wednesday. After the review, I'll see you on Wednesday for the predictions for the FIFA Intercontinental World Cup playoff. And even I may throw the FIFA playoffs in there as well into that prediction video. And then, of course, we have 3 games on Thursday, all playoffs. Italy, Jamaica, Suriname. So we'll see how that goes. With that being said, I'll see you later. And then after that, have an amazing Monday and have an amazing Tuesday because I won't see you till Wednesday. So see you within the hour, and then it's going to be a while. I'm riding. I'm out. Peace. See you.